Today, we're checking out a little town that was made famous by vampires. Some of you might know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, stick around because today we're checking out the town of Kalama, Washington, and we're heading out there right now. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Rick Anderson. This is the Living in Southwest Washington channel where we go over everything about moving to, living, working, playing here in Southwest Washington and the beautiful Pacific Northwest. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking it out. I hope you get some good information. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap that notification bell if you want to know the next time I put out a new video. And if you're thinking about buying or selling a home here in Southwest Washington, I am a licensed real estate broker with eXp Realty. So if you want to work together on buying or selling a house, or if you've got questions about the area, you can reach out anytime, call, text, email. There's even a link to set up a Zoom call down in the description below. I love hearing from you guys, so don't be afraid to reach out. Okay, so we're out at the Kalama Waterfront Park today, and I was going to shoot this out on the actual waterfront, out on the beach on the Columbia River, but it's super windy. There's construction going on. There's a ton of traffic noise. So we're filming this part from the truck. I hope you guys can forgive me. But just to give you a quick rundown on Kalama before we head out and actually check out the town. Kalama is a pretty small town of about 3,000 people at the last census. It sits along I-5 right next to the Columbia River. It's about a 30-minute drive north of Vancouver. We're over here on the west side of the freeway, which has the port, industrial district, stuff like that. The east side of the freeway, you have the main city center, I guess if you can call it that, and all the residential areas. So that kind of gives you the rundown on the layout of Kalama. All right, I got my little partner in crime here with me.
Hi, everybody.
And she's going to roll with us as we head out and check out Kalama. As we turn down First Street here, this is pretty much the downtown main street of Kalama. This really is the city center area. The town has several smaller shops, a mom and pop's grocery store, a few different dining options. My favorite's the Lucky Dragon Chinese restaurant. There's a feed and farm supply store, Fiber Federal Credit Union, and a few other things. So I really wasn't kidding when I said this is a small town. Now, as we move further east out of the downtown area and up the hill, you can see that a lot of the homes here in the downtown portion of Kalama, they're much older construction. Some have been pretty well cared for. Some are undergoing renovations right now, and there's quite a few that need a little bit more love. So apparently there was an issue with my mic here that I didn't realize until I sat down to edit this, and it didn't catch anything I was saying. So hopefully you guys don't mind the voiceover here. Now, if you're still watching and you're wondering what sort of craziness I was talking about at the beginning, that Kalama was made famous by vampires, well, here you go. So Kalama was one of several filming locations for the original Twilight movie. You know, you guys remember those sparkly vampires. I don't. I proudly never saw the movies, but the building behind me, which is actually the Kalama High School, got famous for its role as the Forks High School. It's still pretty common to see tourists and fans of the movie franchise stop here to take pictures. There was actually some here taking pictures right when I got here, so I waited for them to leave. And the town still proudly advertises that claim to fame with this banner that everyone going up and down I-5 can see. Now, as we head even further uphill and out of town, this is where you're going to find the majority of residential properties in Kalama. The housing options range from standard cookie cutter homes in older, more established neighborhoods to homes on the hillside that have some of the best views in Southwest Washington, and rural properties tucked way back up in the hills, up in the mountains, away from everybody. So there is a lot of options here in the Kalama area. Now, as we come into this cul-de-sac here, if you look out to the right side of the screen, you can see the Columbia River down there and the Coast Range Mountains off to the right. So this is only about halfway up this hill. So imagine the views from there, especially from this house right here, with the views facing out to the west. The sunsets are going to be killer. The views are amazing. If you're looking for a view property, you can't beat Kalama. With Kalama being such a small town, there's definitely some pros and cons you're going to have to take into consideration if you're thinking about moving here. Some of the upsides to Kalama are that home prices are going to be a bit more affordable than down in the Vancouver area. Right now, home prices range anywhere from the high 300,000s to over $1 million, depending on what you're looking for. And another pro, one that I mentioned before, is you will find some of the best views in Southwest Washington here in Kalama. When it comes to the cons about Kalama, the first one is going to be related to the size of the town, and it's that Kalama lacks any major retailers. So, while they do have some mom and pop shops, mom and pop grocery store, things like that, Kalama is lacking any major retailers. So whether it's, major grocery shopping, clothes shopping, stuff like that, you're gonna have to go elsewhere. Now, that sounds pretty bad, but you have the city of Woodland, which is about 8 miles south on I-5, and then you've got the cities of Kelso and Longview, which are about a 10 to 15 minute drive north up the freeway. So you're not exactly out in the middle of nowhere. Another big con to the area is the lack of entertainment. So the nightlife scene in Kalama is pretty much non-existent, other than maybe events that are going on at the McMiniman's Kalama Harbor Lodge. So for some people, this might be a deal breaker. It might be a major issue. Other people, not so much. But it is something to take into consideration if you're looking at the area. You do have the A Casino, which is about a 10 to 15 minute drive south on I-5 at the La Center exit. But as far as here in Kalama, entertainment options are pretty limited. All right, everybody, thanks for checking out Kalama with me today. If you have any questions about the area, or you're ready to make a move and you want to work together, you got to reach out, call, text, email, schedule that Zoom call. I love hearing from you guys, so don't be afraid to reach out. Before we go, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap that notification bell so you know the next time I put out a new video. And until next time, bye everybody.
Bye everybody.